Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday. What's going on in the markets today? What's going on with Doge? What was this big spike that we just saw? Crazy times. Some people are buying. Are you? I am, and I will keep accumulating Dogecoin. I'm going to tell you why. Again, not a financial advisor. I'm not going to be telling you guys what to do, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. And not only am I still accumulating Doge, we are building a portfolio here together, the Kriss Pax DCA portfolio, of which you can benefit from the profits that are made from that portfolio. That's right. And we will talk about that later. But first, what is going on with Doge and other cryptos? Right now we're in this time when there's good news, bad news, and good news and bad news. And most of this news is just insignificant. But we make a big deal of it because it's August, right? It's summertime. Things are kind of slow. And traditionally, they have been in the crypto markets through the summer. And we're living that right now. Bitcoin 29,300. And it looks like, wow, look at this big run that Bitcoin had. And then look at that big drop. And then you say, wait a sec. Let's zoom out. And what were those? There was nothing. I zoom out. It is like insignificant. It's really insignificant, that move that looked like it was this huge move. And it's just like, it's nothing. Here we had from like June 21st, Bitcoin trading for a month between 30,000 and 31,000. And then it kind of drifted below 30K. And then for a month, it's been trading between 29K and 30K for a month. And so this little thing we saw today, which we thought were big, it's small, it's insignificant, it's nothing. So what do we do with this information? We just buy more. Here's Doge. Here's that big spike up and right back down. And it's really insignificant. Now, could Doge be back up here in the 8s? That would be awesome. I would prefer Doge to be in the 8s, but while it's in the 7s, it's a good time to be buying more, isn't it? And what's going on with SHIB? We had this big run up with SHIB. It just didn't keep running. It's retraced down, but that's what happens with trading. And though we know it's like the Shibarium launch and like all of this is going to be happening this week, it's still an asset that is traded. People are going to trade it. And if there's money to be made by dumping a bunch of them, bringing the price down, and then buying back up at a lower price, that's going to happen. And that's what's been going on with SHIB. Look at the volume is still up from where it was a month ago. Good trading volume, but SHIB trading down. So we're going to talk a little bit of news about that as well in just a little bit. So that's kind of an overall on the market. But, Dogecoin, can we go back to the weekly chart and we just say, look, Dogecoin was up here over at 70 cents in May of 2021, just over 2 years ago. And if we believe in these 4-year cycles, then we would guess in the spring of 2025, Doge would be back up there. And you can play this kind of game with every cryptocurrency and look at where was it in the spring of 2025? Where is it now? Could it get back to those levels? Those are good targets. Some may even go higher. Who knows? I mean, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit its high right here, 69K. That was November of 2021. It had one earlier in February. I guess it was February, then April, and then November. It finally did this sort of double top thing and went up a little higher before falling back down. So do we think Bitcoin's going to be 69K or is it even going to be higher? A lot of people calling for 100K, 200K Bitcoin. But Bitcoin hasn't been to 100K yet. It's only been to 69K. But where has Dogecoin been? Dogecoin's already been at 74 cents. Now it's 7.4 cents. So it's a 10x for Dogecoin just to get back to its all-time high. What happens if Bitcoin does a 10x? That's $293,000 Bitcoin. Which do you think has the better chance of doing a 10x? Dogecoin or Bitcoin? I'm betting on Doge. That's what I'm betting on. Now, do I own Bitcoin? Yes, I own some Bitcoin. It makes sense to have exposure in Bitcoin because I like a diversified portfolio, and I've got ETH and I've got Algorand and a bunch of other stuff. And, it's all good because I'm in the crypto market overall. But my number one holding is Doge. I have more Doge than anything else. Has been from the start, will continue to be in the future, and I will just keep accumulating. And also in our Kriss DCA portfolio, of which we now have $2,200 invested on our path to $10,000 invested in this portfolio, what's the number one coin? It's Doge. At 20% Doge, 15% XRP. Now, why is XRP so high? That's because I don't have any XRP that I bought before because it wasn't available on the platforms that I trade on. But now Coinbase has XRP, so we've been putting some XRP in here. That's my biggest loser so far because we started accumulating some XRP when the price was up in the 70s and now it's down in the 60s. So we're dollar cost averaging. We're bringing our average down as we accumulate more XRP. Bitcoin, we're taking a flyer on Jasmy. So we've got 10% of our portfolio in Jasmy, some Litecoin, Algorand, and Matic, and a few others. So that's what our portfolio looks like now. We will be buying more crypto in just a little bit. So why the big spike today? Well, in my opinion, someone just bought a crap ton of Dogecoin. That's right. That's what this would be. This would be a huge buy of Dogecoin. And then it gets shorted down because that's what happens. And so the price comes way back down. And now with the volume ticking up, you're going to get some more accumulation and more buyers coming in, buying more Dogecoin. So I'm expecting the price to come back up now. So by the time in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, when we start buying Dogecoin, it's probably going to be at a higher price than 744. So why not buy right now? Well, again, this is the big picture. And the big picture, when we dollar cost averages, you just buy it whatever the price is. Could we get a few more Doge now as opposed at 743 as opposed to 745? Yes, but that 3 to 5 is going to be insignificant in the spring of 2025, where the price of Dogecoin is going to be. And so that's why we're doing this dollar cost average portfolio here, is just to show you you don't always need to buy at the very, very bottom. You're never going to time it anyway, what the absolute bottom is. If that was true, June a year ago, I would have been buying all my Dogecoin at 4.9 cents because that's where it dipped down to back then. It hasn't dipped down that low before. But the sevens is a good area to be accumulating, especially under 7.5 cents. And that's where we are now. So we will continue. What's going on in the news? Well, we've got Doge and SHIB. Doge could follow SHIB's price rally. Could that happen this week? We saw a little bit of it last week as SHIB was going up. Doge went up a little bit. But if SHIB goes on some big run, which some are predicting this week, Doge could go on a run of itself. So it makes sense today, before that Shibarium announcement, to buy some more. In fact, we're going to buy both. We're going to buy a little more SHIB and we're going to buy some Doge. Just to have some bags packed in case they do start climbing. So we're going to do that. So what is this about? The correlation essentially means price movement of SHIB and Doge are closely linked. And we've talked about that before on this channel, the number of times that we've seen Doge and SHIB kind of running in tandem. For instance, if SHIB's price experiences a surge, it's likely that Doge also see a similar trend. Given this relationship, Martinez, this is Ali, who we talked about this tweet last week, has inferred that Doge might be gearing up for a significant price rally, especially considered considering SHIB's recent price surge, which many believe is driven by the anticipation of the Shibarium mainnet launch, which is expected later this month, or now this week, we think. So that's what we're talking about right now. That's where the news is. There's not some big thing that's immediate in Doge's future right now. Not immediate. We know Elon is working on the X app, formerly Twitter, and is going to be having payments of some sort on the app. And many think Dogecoin is going to be involved somehow. I think that's going to take a little time to do. That's not something you can just whip up overnight. So that's going to be a little while. But there's been a lot of anticipation of that. And thus, Doge's price has gotten out of the 6s and it's up in the 7s. But we could see it go higher. So that's what's going on. We also have this SHIB burning going on. The SHIB burn is going to increase as Shibarium launches, because as more and more dApps and other things are created on Shibarium, more SHIB tokens are going to be burned. And what about this burning? I mean, it's ridiculous, right? Some people just say stupid tokens that are being burned that doesn't do anything. Well, it brings the supply down, right? The law of supply and demand, right? You got less supply, then could have more demand and the price will go up. In the last 7 days, there have been a total of 1.1 billion SHIB tokens burned. That's pretty good. Just burning away. Billion SHIB here, billion SHIB there. And what does the SHIB community think? Well, part of the SHIB community argues that the number should be in the hundreds of billions in SHIB burns to make a significant difference in market value. Well, we'll see if Shibarium actually becomes something or not. There are some people who are saying, Chris, what are you talking about SHIB for? Because it's a joke. We don't know. We don't know. It's a layer, Shibarium is at layer 2 on Ethereum. And we don't know which ones are going to be the winners. So you invest a little bit in this one, you invest a little bit of that one, and you'll see which ones play out. SHIB's got a lot of people behind it. And there are some influential people behind it as well. There's some ETH whales that are in this SHIB thing. I just want to be along for the ride. Someone else was saying, Chris, just what are you buying SHIB for? It's like, I missed out in that fall of 2021 run that SHIB went on. I didn't have any SHIB because SHIB was the Dogecoin killer. And like the whole Doge community was anti-SHIB. But a lot of people made a lot of money in that run. And I'm not against making money. So I think having some exposure to SHIB this next run, which we think could actually start this week, even though we're not in the big 4-year cycle bull run yet. But this could be the start of something big for SHIB. So I just wanted to have some SHIB bags packed. The recent meme coin surge suggests worrying outcome for crypto markets, according to analytics firm Sentiment. So here's what they're saying. Sentiment is saying, historically, we need to be aware that surges from speculative assets, so he's talking about SHIB and Doge and Pepe, that really only see minimal development activity at best. This can often signal that the entire crypto market may be veering towards overheated territory. When these meme coins see isolated pumps, it's often associated with greed and or boredom. And these two behaviors often have adverse impacts on the markets. So they're kind of going out on a limb saying, watch out. This excitement in these meme coins really doesn't mean anything. And to them, it's foreshadowing a big drop in the overall crypto market. So would we see Bitcoin drop down to 25K, maybe even lower? There are a lot of calling for something like that. We don't know. Again, another reason to dollar cost average. So that's what we're doing with our portfolio. is we're not buying everything right today because next week the prices could be lower. So we're just dollar cost averaging. Again, we're not in a bull market. Some are saying it's not really even a bear market right now that we're in. It's a sideways market. It's this crab market. And you've got some winners and losers. You got some going up, you got some going down. Generally, we've already seen the bottoms of most crypto assets. Many of those have recovered a bit and are now trading sideways. We see that a lot. But Dogecoin has gone down. It leads the way as most big cryptocurrencies post decreases. So we did have Doge coming down about 2% or so. So that was this retracement here that we saw with Doge. Bitcoin at the same time had moved up before then and then came down. So, but that's just trading. And that's what happens. It's just trading. Up and down, up and down. Things just don't just go sideways. And there's swing traders and all that. There's bot trading that goes on. A lot of bot trading is a lot of this volume. That's what we see. Kaspa. Well, everyone was talking about Kaspa for the past couple of weeks. It was Kaspa, 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 Kaspa. Well, guess what? Kaspa's falling. So for those that were afraid that they missed out on Kaspa, well, if I go to the 4-hour chart here, and we see a big run that Kaspa went on from like 3.5 cents up to 5.1 cents, and now it's at 4.1 cents. And this little white circle that I have right here, that's when Ben, BitBoy Crypto, bought a bunch. I was just watching him on, this was what, August 2nd, right? Wednesday morning, August 2nd. And he bought some at that price. And I just, I'm just going to circle this on my chart just as a reminder of when Ben bought a bunch of Kaspa. Well, guess what? He's now at break even. Unless he sold up here, but I didn't hear him selling any. So it's a break even. But that's what happens, right? Everyone was talking Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. Now, if you bought down here, that'd be great. If you bought at 3.5, you'd still be up. But he didn't. He bought it like 4.1. You zoom out and you go back. Earlier in July, you could have gotten Kaspa at 2 cents and you'd still be up double. For those that were into Kaspa. I don't own any Kaspa. I didn't buy any Kaspa. I don't really know much about its blockchain proof of work. I guess some people are trying to start mining Kaspa, but I don't know what's actually being built on Kaspa and what it does, to be honest with you. You know what was moving today? Hedera, H-bar. So we've kind of been talking about in the United States this FedNow program as a ways for people to make payments directly to the government digitally. And somehow the government has started using this thing called Drop Incorporated. It's support for Drop Inc., a Hedera-powered platform that now joins the Fed's list of service providers. That's interesting. Not quite sure how this is actually going to work. Are people going to be able to use cryptocurrency to pay their government bills through FedNow? We'll see how that plays out. Hedera has been very busy in the market. Partnerships with South Korean multinational automakers Hyundai and Kia. Introduced AI-enabled solution for tracking supply chain carbon emissions. So there's a lot of things going on with H-bar, and its price up 15%. So big run up for Hedera today. And this is on the 4-hour chart. We see this big run up. So over 6.5 cents now for Hedera. I had bought some a couple months ago. And my average is, what is my average on Hedera? 4.6. So That's a 38% profit so far on what I bought. And we'll see what happens. It's just one of those things, right? You'll see which ones take off, and this might be one of them. So good for those of you that already have Hedera. Right now, I don't know if I'd be chasing this at this price, especially with some of these other news things going on, just like we saw with Caspa, right? Big surge up and then a retracement down. Same with Sheeb, big surge up and then a retracement down. We could see that with Hedera as well. So we'll see about that. We'll see about that. And then on X app, I saw this Michael Burry a link about he's putting in $1.6 billion in short positions against SPY and QQQ. I don't know what his stop losses are set at and whatever. I mean, Michael Burry's always kind of been forward thinking, just looking ahead. And he's predicting the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ to go down. That's what he's betting on. About $1.5 billion bet on the S&P 500 and NASDAQ to go down. What does that mean for crypto? Well, the implications for Bitcoin and the broader crypto market in such a scenario are twofold. On the one hand, Bitcoin has often been hailed as a digital store of value and a hedge against traditional market downturns. Burry's short position on the market could reinforce this narrative, attracting more investors to Bitcoin as a safe haven asset. How about that, huh? Cryptocurrency is a safe haven. On the other hand, cryptocurrency markets' extreme volatility could magnify the potential crypto bloodbath if Burry's bet materialized. A sudden surge in the selling pressure for Bitcoin and other cryptos, coupled with a widespread market correction, could result in a sharp decline in the crypto market, causing substantial losses for investors who entered the market at its peak. Well, we're already down quite a bit for those that were buying up at 2021 prices. So right now, I don't see that happening. And I think Michael Burry it's going to take a long time for the S&P and the NASDAQ to go down. He actually placed these back at the end of June. So we're already a month and a half in, and both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are up since then. So I don't know how much further they need to go up before he gets liquidated, but he's placing a big bet here. We'll see what happens with that. And then one final bit of news is Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX. His bail has been revoked, and he's in jail, awaiting his October 1st court session. So he doesn't get to hang out at his parents' house anymore. He just thinks he can get away with everything. And now there's an indictment I hear about his campaign financing, voters using FTX money to pay to political campaigns, political contributions. It's like, what? More and more of this is going to come out, but yeah, he's going to be rotting in jail for quite a long time there. So too bad for SBF. So what do we think about Dogecoin now, guys, huh? I think we're still going to be some sideways trading. And there it is, up to 745. It's gone up a little bit more since we were talking about it, but we're still going to buy some. And whatever happened today, here's the Coinbase chart. Let's get this refreshed here. Big spike, and then retrace back down. So that is, yeah. Good time to buy more, though. So what are we doing on this? We are buying cryptocurrencies into this Kriss DCA portfolio. And we're buying every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as I do my live streams. We make our purchases live right on stream. Everyone can take part. You can tell me what other coins you might want to add to it. I think this week right now, I think because it could be an exciting week for Doge and Sheep, we will definitely add those. Don't know if I want to do another XRP or not. Certainly interested in what you think. Now, how can you take part in this? Well, just by being here and having fun with it. That's one thing. I'm not going to get wrecked. I'm not throwing my money away. It's kind of a bet on my part just to show that the 4-year cycles still work. And that here we are in 2023, that reset year before the Bitcoin halving in 2024. We're going to run this into early 2025, and we're going to see where we are. I think we're going to be up quite a bit. And whatever that profit is, I'm going to split it. I'm going to take half, and I'm going to give the other half away to you guys. In order to get your share of it, you need to be a member of my YouTube channel. And those that are members longer on my YouTube channel will get a higher percentage of that profit. That's what I'm doing. So we are right now $2,200 into this $10,000 investment that we're going to be making over the next month and a half. We've already been working on it for a few weeks, and we now have a portfolio that consists of this. This is all right on Coinbase. I created a new account here. I initially put in $4,000. So far, I've got 6,000 more to put in. And over the next month and a half, we're going to be buying crypto out of that. Right now, we're down about 22 bucks as we're doing this crab work going sideways. And most of that $22 we're down is XRP, which is down 20 of it. So boo-hoo XRP. Dogecoin right now, down about 4 bucks. But we're up on Jasmy. We're up about $10 on Jasmy. Bitcoin's pretty much break even. We're up on our Algorand, $8. Down a little on our Litecoin at $11. Down Matic. Up on Sol. Up on Sheep. Down on Galaxy. ETH isn't reading correctly here, but I think it's pretty close to even. And we're up on the Render. We just bought some Render on Friday. And we're already up on that 90 cents. So all of this is going to play out, and we're going to be watching this as it plays out. And so the profits are going to be half yours. That's how we're going to do this. So let's buy some crypto. And here I'm talking, what is Doge prices going up? That's less Doge because I just keep talking. Could have gotten 744, now it's 745. Well, that's how it goes. 0.07453. We're going to buy $50 of Doge right at this price. There we do it. We do limit orders, and there's our Doge. And then we're going to buy some Sheep. Just because this week, and look at that, it's the 4th highest volume right now on Coinbase. Sheep is moving. So 1024.00001024. And we're going to buy $50 of Sheep. And there we go. Yeah, I'm already in advanced. I'm already there, dude. Okay, our Sheep order is in. Because of that little glitch, I don't know if we're going to get it. We'll see about that. What else are we buying? What's happening in the markets? Doge. Algorand is coming down. We could pick up more algo. Render still up. And Jasmine is still up. Some Litecoin, Jason says. What's Litecoin doing now? 82.19. 82.19. What's our Litecoin average? Litecoin, our average is 86. Yes, this would be averaging down. All right. Not a lot of Litecoin buyers here on Coinbase right now. Litecoin. And Litecoin is at 82.09 right now. So we're going to pick up $50 at that. Looks like the sheep filled. And Litecoin is filled 94%, and their Litecoin's filled. All right, Jason, we added some more Litecoin. One more. See what's going on. Bitcoin ETH. Kind of thinking Algorand. Because we're doing good on our Algorand. $50 of Algorand. At 11:44. So that is in. So there it is. That's it for today, guys. Where's Doge going to go from here? It's going to be a while, guys. We'll see whether she goes on a run this week and whether Doge follows along. That's kind of what thinking could happen. We'll see. Also, overall right now, it's still August and it's still the slowest crypto month. And September usually isn't a great trading month for cryptos historically either. You never know when some bolt of news will come, though, that'll make something take off, but the overall market isn't really moving much. So dollar cost averaging at these prices, in my opinion, that's pretty good. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, hope you guys are all well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to give a like. If you haven't already subscribe to the Kriss Pax channel. Appreciate that. And then if you become a member, you will be able to share in the profits from our DCA portfolio. So check that out. You also get fun emojis that you can use in the chat if you become a member, and other goodies will come along the way. So thanks all so much. Hope you all are well. I'll be live again Wednesday, 5 o'clock East Coast time. That's Boston time where I am. So I hope you can join me then. And until then, have a good one. See you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.